The break, South Africa have started their chase in the first quarter-final after bowling Sri Lanka out for 133. And the only person happy in the studio right now is Nikhil, because he was the only one who said before the match started that South Africa will probably win this one.
Well, not happy, it was just more like a gut feel. And we all spoke about the fifth bowler problem for the South Africans. And you can overcome those sort of problems when the skipper and the support staff goes and speaks to Dale Steyn, Morne Morkel, as well as Abbott. Until unless you get that new ball talking, your fifth bowler is going to get exposed. But I guess the new ball did all the talking, and you had the fresh middle order batsmen, so that allowed somebody like a Tahir as well as Dumini to come and bowl. Had there been set batsmen batting at 40s and 50s, that's the time that South Africa would have been in a spot of bother. But even at the toss, I said that there might be a blessing in disguise for South Africa. They're weaklings, they're bowling. Had they been defending a target, all the more that the fifth bowler problem might arise a little larger. And their batting is much, much stronger, so that could probably go out there and soak up the pressure as well. So this losing of the toss might just be a blessing in disguise for South Africa.
Might just be a blessing in disguise for South Africa. Nikhil, Andrew, we have Dada joining us as well, and I know both of you have a lot of questions for him, so why don't you just shoot it?
Go ahead, mate.
Dada, I'm just wondering, you know, everyone's getting a bit excited about the South Africans here and that they've bowled so well here this morning. There's two things to take into consideration. They haven't chased the runs down yet, which they should, and there's still 2 games to be won to win the World Cup. I'm just wondering what your take is on those two things. Hello? Can you hear me? Do you want me to ask you, can you hear me?
I think there seems to be a problem out there, but Nikhil, talking the way Andrew spoke about it, of course.
The World Cup's just literally begun, because if you look at the league phase, out of the 2 pools, you had only, 3 teams, the minnows and the 4 other teams. So the World Cup has started for a lot of the major contenders
We've got Dada back with us. Andrew, go ahead, please ask your question.
Dada, just 2 quick things from today. I'm just wondering, everyone sort of jumped ahead. South Africa haven't chased these runs down. I know there's 130 to get. They should do that. And the other thing is, are people getting a little prematurely excited about South Africa, considering they've still got 2 big games to go before they even lift the World Cup?
Yeah, see, Andrew, they're all big games once you get to the quarter-final. And I'm not saying that they will lift the World Cup, but what I'm saying is that that in the past they've been a superb side and haven't won anything. You yourself know that winning all these big tournaments is not just about good teams or not just about being the best team. It's about standing up under pressure. It's about how you react when the big games come. And the only criticism about South Africa in big World Cup tournaments is that under pressure their performance have just gone down, which was not the case today. See, there's never a doubt with the quality of the South African cricket over a long period of time. But the doubt was how they would react to the big situation. They reacted well today. So once they go past this, I understand in this game it's never over till it's actually over. But you presume South Africa will get past 137. If they don't, I don't think they'll ever win big tournaments in the future. But once they get past this, I think they will get past a mental hurdle, which was a big block in their way to winning big tournaments.
Nikhil, you had a question for Dada as well?
Yeah, well, Dadi, I guess the fifth bowler problem keeps going on for South Africa. How important is it for Dale Steyn and Morne Morkel to pick up wickets early on, or even for that matter Abbott, who was fantastic with the ball? The new ball has to count for South Africa.
Yeah, the new ball counted today, and it has to count for someone like Dumini to come into the game. You know, imagine Sri Lanka 100 for 1 and then Dumini comes into bowl. So life's a lot easier. It's the same with any side. You know, wickets win you cricket matches. That's the way they say, and it's been that for South Africa, and it's not going to change. I think South Africa have that problem. They know they don't have Jack Callis. They know that that's a place which will be very hard for them to fill. I think they've made a mistake by leaving some of the players back in South Africa. The left-hand all-rounder batsman who could bowl, I can't remember his name, who's been a part of the South African team. But they've gone this way. You know, we Indians have gone this way a lot because we've never produced quality all-rounders who would bat and bowl at number 7. So that's an area we filled up the way South Africa has filled up their side in this game. And I think it's worked for them. So I just get a feeling that once South Africa goes past this game, for them it's a mental barrier which they need to get past, and I think they're a serious side.
So are you happy with this combination? Do you think AB de Villiers has found that combination going into the tournament further, that he's going to stick to this 11, or do you see any changes?
No, I think he's going to stick to that 11 because he knows that he doesn't have Jack Callis. It's a gamble which he's taking, and I think it's a gamble which any side would take. You know, Australia did with Andrew Symonds. Andrew Symonds batted at 6 and bowled off spin, bowled medium pace, and he got them through because the new ball attack was so good. We did that. We did that with Yuvraj Singh, and I myself bowled a few overs in big tournaments in World Cups in 2003 when we lost to Australia in the final. So South Africa has that problem. And I think they're dealing with this problem this manner. I think that's the right way. They've got an extra batsman at number 6 and they will take that gamble and see what happens.
Dada, you did say that if South Africa do not end up chasing this target, then they'll probably not win anything. You see it as a comfortable chase for South Africa?
I presume so. You know, with that South African batting, chasing 137 should not be a big problem. You know, I really don't. If you ask me to give the chances of out of 10 of South Africa not getting past this 137, I would give 1. And I would give 1 because in cricket it happens that sometimes you get teams out before 137. But I honestly don't see that happening tonight.
Andrew, rain in the middle when South Africa had taken 9 wickets, that little stoppage, do you think that could have shifted the momentum of the game had it lasted any longer?
Oh, look, I don't think it was ever going to rain long enough to completely wash the game out. And I think what we'll probably see when South Africa start their chase is they won't muck around. You know, they'll have a look at the first few overs and then they'll be looking to really attack. They may even take their power play early just to try and get this game over with so they can take the weather equation out of it.
Nikhil, a comfortable chase for you? You did pick South Africa before the game.
Well, I hope so. With the kind of batting side that they've got, like the other side, that they've got an extra batsman as well. Well, from here on in, it's only their game to lose because they've got literally the game in the bag. Until unless you go and make a muck out of it, I don't see South Africa lose this game, Radhika.
The other final comments from you, as far as this chase is concerned, you've said obviously probably 1% chance that South Africa don't get it. And you've also said that it will be a big confidence booster for South Africa considering they did not have a great group stage.
Yeah, confidence booster in the sense mentally. You know, I think all of us in the studio will not disagree that there is quality in that side. A side which has players like De Villiers, Zambla, Steyn, Morkel, Faf du Plessis, David Miller. They cannot be a weak team. It's just that somehow they didn't cross the bridge when it came to big semi-finals and big quarter-finals in World Cups. I think once they go past that hurdle today of beating Sri Lanka, I think they'll feel a lot better and a lot more confident mentally that listen, we can now get past big tournaments. The last time South Africa has reached a World Cup semi-final was in 1992, and if I'm not wrong, in 2007 in the West Indies when they lost to Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka has beaten them in World Cups in the past. So I think it's a big mental battle which they will go past once they win this game today.
Andrew, final comment from you. South Africa had never won a knockout game before this. If they go on and win this match, can they go all the way through?
Oh, I still think they're suspect under pressure. I'm not going to let just one game. For me, they've got to beat the next 2 teams to win the World Cup, and we'll soon see. I'm actually interested to see how they respond in these next 2 games, assuming they chase these runs down today.
Nikhil, you feel it's going to be a comfortable chase and South Africa can go all the way through?
Well, not all the way. We spoke about this game. I think they're going to find it very, very difficult getting into the final to try and beat a quality side because don't forget, this is the first time South Africa is going to be entering into a final. It's a battle of nerves in the finals.
Of course, so a comfortable chase for South Africa considering it is a modest target. That is all that we have as far as this edition of the Cup That Matter goes.